Hello everyone, it's day 64 and today I have a 6th May Indian Express newspaper and I am on explained page. Here are a few important articles over this page. One is about the dengue spike that is happening in Latin America. Another is about a new term that is artificial general intelligence. And another is about the goldine, a sheet of gold that is only one atom thick. So let us see what this goldine is about. And this reminds me of the Rutherford's gold foil experiment, but that was not one atom thick. So let us see. For the first time, researchers have created a freestanding sheet of gold that is only one atom thick. This makes gold the first metal to be formulated into a freestanding 2D sheets, opening up a host of exciting possibilities for the future. So developing goldine. So creating goldine as the one atom thick material has been named was not easy for the scientists behind the development for Sweden's Linköping University. It is not that such 2D materials have not been created before. Since the 2004 development of the graphene, the atom thin material made of carbon, scientists have identified hundreds of 2D materials. However, coming up coming up with atom thin metallic sheets have been a challenge due to metal's tendency to cluster together to make nanoparticles instead. While scientists have previously produced gold sheets sandwiched between other materials, so golden is the first freestanding 2D metal to be best of our knowledge. Lars Hultman, part of the team behind this project, told Nature.com. So, to create goldene, researchers first sandwiched an atomic monolayer of silicon behind the layers of titanium carbide. When they deposited gold on the top of this sandwich structure, the gold atoms diffused into the material and replaced the silicon atoms, forming a trapped monolayer of the gold atoms. So subsequently, scientists etched away the titanium carbide layers to create a freestanding one atom thick layer of the gold. So this was done with the help of an age-old Japanese technique used to forge katanas and high-quality knives using a chemical popularly known as the Murakami's reagent. So according to Hultman's estimates, these sheets of goldine are roughly 100 nanometers thick. A nanometer is a billionth of a meter, and approximately 400 times thinner than the thinnest commercially available gold leaf. Okay, so there are many potential applications. So let us see what these applications are. So developing goldine is not for the purposes of scientific curiosity alone. Far from it. Far from it, scientists believe that the super thin, super light material can potentially revolutionize the electronics industry. Goldines hold promise of a great catalyst because it's much more economically viable than thicker three-dimensional gold. Holtman told the ScienceNews.org. You don't need as many gold atoms to get the same function. He said, "This means that electronics which use gold due to the electrical conductivity can potentially use lesser amounts for the same purpose." So, moreover, the technique used by the scientists to create goldine can, in theory, be applicable to other metallic objects. Shun Kashivaya, co-author of the study of a material scientist at Linkoping University, said that the team is already working to make 2D sheets of the iridium and platinum. So, lastly, goldine possibly also has some special properties like other previously developed 2D materials. This is due to the fact that each gold atom in this case has only 6 neighboring atoms compared to 12 in a three-dimensional crystal. So scientists say that future applications could include carbon dioxide conversion, hydrogen generating catalysis, selective production of value added chemicals, hydrogen production, water purification, etc. So these are the few applications of this goldine. And the term that we are discussing that about what is artificial general intelligence. So let us see what this artificial general intelligence is about. So in a recent interview, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman expressed his commitment to invest billions of dollars towards the development of artificial general intelligence. Despite Altman's repeated endorsement of AGI, many in the global tech community are apprehensive about it. So what is artificial general intelligence? AGI refers to a machine or software that can emulate human cognitive abilities such that it can perform any task that a human can do. Okay, so this include reasoning, common sense, abstract thinking, background knowledge, differentiating between cause and effect, etc. Humans learn through their experiences by talking to people or observing things by reading books, watching television, and reading articles, which then shape our decision making, often subconsciously, to solve any given problem or come up with a new one. So AGI seeks to replicate this. So think of a super intelligent robot friend who can understand everything that you say, learn new things just the way you do, and even think of problems to find solutions. So, how is AGI different from AI in use? The main difference between AGI and the more common form of AI, also known as narrow AI, lies in their scope and capabilities. So, narrow AI performs specific tasks such as image recognition, translation, or playing games like chess, as which it can outdo humans, but it remains limited to its set parameters. So, AGI, on the other hand, envisions a broader, more generalized form of intelligence that is not confined to any particular task. So, this makes it more human like. So, this is also why AGI is currently the summit of the AI development, which has always been about broadening capabilities. So, ChatGPT, launched in November 2022, piqued global interest due to its ability to come up with human-like responses. Since then, as billions of dollars have been pumped into fuel research in the field, AI models have become progressively better. The creation of AGI is like the final frontier in this development. So, how old is AGI as an idea? So, the idea of AGI first emerged in 1950 in a paper by Alan Turing, the father of the theoretical computer science and the artificial intelligence. In computing machinery and intelligence, he introduced the so-called Turing test. If a machine can engage in a conversation with a human without being detected as a machine, according to the Turing test, it demonstrated human intelligence. When Turing wrote this paper, AI was a distant dream. Even computers were in their nascency. Yet his work led to the wide-ranging discussions about the possibilities of such machines, their potential benefits and risks. So, how can AGI help us? In theory, AGI has innumerable benefits. For instance, in healthcare, it can redefine diagnostic, treatment planning, and personalized medicine by integrating and analyzing vast data sets far beyond the capabilities of humans. So, in finance and business, AGI could automate various processes and enhance overall decision making, offering real time analytics and market predictions with accuracy. So, AGI could also transform adaptive learning system that work towards the unique needs of students, demonstrating access to personalized education worldwide. In an interview given to the Wall Street Journal, Altman said AGI would lead to a lot of productivity and economic value and would have unprecedented problem solving capabilities and creative expression. So why is there a skepticism about AGI? So despite its promise, AGI continues to fuel widespread apprehensions. The amount of computational power required to develop AGI systems raises concern about its environmental impacts in terms of energy consumption and generation of e-waste. So AGI AGI lead to massive job losses and widespread socio-economic disparity. Power would be concentrated in the hands of those who control the artificial general intelligence. So it could introduce new security vulnerabilities and outrun government's ability to come up with a suitable regulation. If humans were to become dependent on AGI, it might in theory can lead to the loss of basic human skills and capabilities. So AGI can outdo human things, making its actions difficult to understand and predict. So this could convincingly lead to the sci-fi horror, the AGI taking actions against human well-being. So AI pioneers Yeshua Benguo, Geoffrey Hinton, and Jan LeCun have often warned about the catastrophic outcomes of creating AGI, with Hinton even comparing AGI's dangers to that posed by the nuclear weapons. Today, most experts advocate stringent regulations to ensure that the development of AGI is in line with the human values and safety standard. So, another important article that I found over this page is about the Latin America's dengue spike. So, I will not read the complete article, but let us see the vaccination challenge about the dengue. So, there are four viral strains. Dengue is spread through bites of the Aedes aegypti mosquito, and there are four strains of the virus, which makes it a daunting challenge to manufacture a viable and effective vaccine. While vaccines that protect against all four strains do exist, they are expensive and have serious limitations. So the issue is that if a vaccine protects you from one strain, you become more susceptible to other strains. The biggest challenge is to develop a vaccine which work against all strains. So Dr. Varinder S. Chauhan, president of the Multi Vaccine Development Program and the International Center for Genetics, Engineering and Biotechnology in New Delhi, said. So what are the available options? So Qdenga, the Japanese made vaccine, cost about $115 per dose in Europe and $40 in Indonesia. Brazil has bought a bulk for $19. However, there will be enough vaccines to fully vaccinate only 3.3 million of Brazil's 220 million people in 2024, according to the report published in April 12 in the New York Times. In February, Takeda Pharmaceuticals, which makes Qdenga, said it has partnered with Hyderabad-based vaccine maker Biological E to produce up to 50 million doses a year. This could reduce the price, but regulatory approval to BE to market Qdenga could take several years. Okay, so Denga Vaxia. This vaccine is manufactured by the French pharma company Sanofi Pasteur. Can be given only to people who have already been infected with dengue. So, Brazilian researchers recently announced that clinical trials of new vaccine had shown strong immunity against dengue. The single shot vaccine created by the US National Institute of Health uses live weakened form of all four strain of the viruses. The vaccine has been licensed for development by the Instituto uh, Butantan in Sao Paulo, but again, it is unlikely to be rolled out nationally in Brazil for at least a couple of years. So, what are the trials in India? Serum Institute of India is testing a dengue vaccine based on the NIH research. SII has completed initial phases of trial and will conduct a large phase 3 trial in children and teens ages 2 to 18. So, in collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research. So, Panacea Biotech is also conducting trials of the NIH vaccine. Phase 1 by 2 trials have been completed, and the company is scaling up manufacturing for a larger phase 3 trial in the 18 to 80-year-olds. So, Indian Immunologicals Limited, a Hyderabad based biotech company, is using the technology developed by the NIH for a vaccine that is undergoing initial phases of the human trials. Two other indigenous dengue vaccines are under development in India. One by the ICGEB is a subunit vaccine that include a piece of pathogen, not the only live pathogen, not the whole organism, and does not contain any live pathogen. No clinical trial have been conducted so far. The other is DNA vaccine, being developed by the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research and Rajiv Gandhi Center for Biotechnology. This too yet to be tested in humans. So this is a serious issue about the dengue cases that is on rise in India almost every year. Be it only it was only 2020 which saw the decline in the number of cases due to the COVID. So that's all from today's newspaper. We'll meet for few other important articles from tomorrow's newspaper. So till then,